I want to start with this story that's gotten a lot of attention recently, and here's the report from ESPN this a couple days ago. We'll have the update in a moment, but here's the report. Retired NFL star Michael Oher, whose supposed adoption out of grinding poverty by a wealthy white family was immortalized in the 2009 movie The Blindsided, petitioned a Tennessee court Monday with allegations that a central element of the story was a lie concocted by the family to enrich itself at his expense. The 14-page petition filed in Shelby County, Tennessee, alleges that Sean and Leanne Toohey, who took Oher into their home as a high school student, never adopted him. It claims that they never adopted him. That's the claim. Instead, less than 3 months after Oher turned 18 in 2004, the petition says, the couple tricked him into signing a document making them his conservators, which gave them legal authority to make business deals in his name. The petition further alleges that the Tooheys used their power as conservators to strike a deal that paid them and their two birth children millions of dollars in royalties from an Oscar-winning film that earned more than $300 million, while Oher got nothing for a story that would not have existed without him. In the years since, the Tooheys have continued calling the 37-year-old Oher their adopted son and have used that assertion to promote their foundation as well as Leanne Toohey's work as an author and motivational speaker. Quote, the legal filing quotes, the lie of Michael's adoption is one upon which co-conservators Leanne Toohey and Sean Toohey have enriched themselves at the expense of their ward, the undersigned Michael Oher. Michael Oher discovered this lie to his chagrin and embarrassment in February of 2023 when he learned that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the Toohey family, in fact, provided him no familiar relationship with the Tooheys at all. And that's the basic story. So the media loves this story. They're so happy about this. ESPN reporters it's orgasmic for them. They are in orgasmic delight over this story. Because you have to understand, the media and the left hated the Michael Oher story. They hated the Blindside story because it's a story of a white family rescuing a black kid from his abusive and neglectful parents and giving him a better life. It's a story, in their phrase, of a white savior. And so they hate it. Now, when the movie first came out, a movie that I didn't particularly like, by the way, I thought it was like cheesy and hammy, and I didn't like it that much. But when it first came out, the media loved it, and it won Oscars and everything like that, because that was in 2009, before Barack Obama had a chance to set race relations back 50 years. But in recent years, the left has started to view the movie very differently, and now they hate it. And then Michael Oher comes out, and what do you know? Look at that. Turns out the media realized suddenly that the story was actually bad, and soon after that, Michael Oher also realized that the story was bad and went to the media and said, hey, by the way, you're right, it was bad. This is all very bad. Let me tell you how bad it was. And the media goes, oh, look at that, we were right that we were right. But, I mean, we have a narrative, and it just so happens that it fits right into the narrative. Wow, that's great. So this already makes me highly skeptical. I mean, if you hear about this story as told by ESPN or any outlet like that, and you accept it at face value, then I don't know what to say. You are too stupid. Just in general. Like you need to not be that stupid. Stop being stupid. You need to not be stupid anymore. If you hear a story like this, I've seen many people on social media, including conservatives, sharing this and say, I can't believe that they would do that to him. Clearly, the original reporting on this story must be absolutely correct. There's nothing to be skeptical about it at all here, and I am shocked and appalled. No, anytime something allegedly happens that seems like the media wished it into existence, you need to take it with an enormous heap of salt. Now, it doesn't mean that it's automatically false. Just playing the odds, like every once in a while, something will really happen in real life that works with the media narrative. Most of the time, they have to lie to make things fit the narrative. Every once in a while, just, again, play the odds. Like every once in a while, something will happen that the media doesn't even need to lie about. And they'll say, well, that's nice. We can take a break from lying for the next 45 seconds. But that's very rare. That's few and far between. And so you got to be very skeptical, and I am here. This one doesn't pass the smell test at all. I go with my gut on these kinds of stories, and I've literally never been wrong, okay? I mean, I'm batting 1,000. So when there's a story like this, and it's race involved and all this, like this kind of thing, I go with my gut. I make a call. I've never been wrong. I've never led you astray. So when I'm looking at something like this and I say, nah, this isn't right. This doesn't sound right. I've never been wrong. And so I'm telling you, and if this ends up being the first time I'm wrong about it, then fine. But I'm telling you, I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. And more is going to come out about this thing that is going to cast. We're going to start to see, start to see it very differently. That's my prediction. And now that's obviously we know that the Blindside movie is a movie. Okay, so you don't need to tell me, well, it's not all correct or detailed. Of course it's not all right. It's a movie. I'm not a moron. Like, I know that. Okay, it's probably 85% made up. It's based on a true story usually means like maybe 15% correct. Even if they can have 2% correct, they can still say that it's based on a true story. So that I don't doubt. But if you want to tell me that the Tuohys are actually, and if you want to tell me that they're not, well, they're not selfless heroes, that it's more complicated than that, I believe that too. Most people aren't selfless heroes. Most people are just human beings. And so that doesn't surprise me. But the narrative we're getting now feels to me like a shakedown. And it doesn't make a lot of sense, okay? Like he's 37 years old and just found out that he wasn't adopted. He didn't know that before? At the age of 37, how? How did you not know that? Also, where did anyone ever claim that he was adopted? Now, I admit that I haven't watched the movie in a long time, but I don't think that claim was even made. The ESPN starts their article. How do they phrase it? Whose supposed adoption. Did they ever claim that he was legally adopted? So what's going on here? Did Michael Oher squander his NFL money, and now he's turning on this family to try to shake them down? Is he going full Kaepernick? Is he looking for relevance and attention? Does he want another movie deal? Here's the real Blindside story, that kind of thing. That to me seems more plausible. And then we get the update. This is from the New York Post. Michael Oher, the ex-NFL star whose story inspired the Oscar-winning film The Blindside, allegedly asked his adopted family for $15 million not to go public with claims they swindled him, according to the family's attorney. Sean and Leanne Tuohy said through their legal representatives there is no credence to Oher's claims that he was fooled into a conservatorship and rubbished claims the couple made millions off his life story. Their lawyer told TMZ Sports Oher was instead the principal offender who has repeatedly threatened to plant a negative story about the Tuohys in the press if they didn't cough up an 8-figure check. Attorney Marty Singer said over the years, the Tuohys have given Mr. Oher an equal cut of every penny received from The Blindside. Even recently, when Mr. Oher started to threaten them about what he would do unless they paid him an 8-figure windfall, and as part of that shakedown effort, refused to cash the small profit checks from the Tuohys, they still deposited Mr. Oher's equal share into a trust account they set up for his son. So that is the. Now the good thing is this is a dollar and cents thing, much of it. So if they get, they're saying, yeah, we gave him plenty of money, and if that's not true, if they're lying, then it'll be easily disproven, or it could be easily proven if it is true. It's like this is one of those literally show the receipts thing. If they can show the receipts, then the whole claim is bunk by Michael Oher. So maybe they're making some kind of claim publicly that is false and that can be easily disproven. I tend to doubt it. But this is the version that sounds like that lines up with just what makes sense. It's the most plausible version. It's exactly what it sounds like to me. Have you ever wondered if you could turn your tech obsession into your profession? With the help of the team at Covalence, now you can. Since 2015, Covalence has taught thousands of people of all ages the art of software development. With their new community membership, they're making it easier and more affordable than ever before. For only $25 a month, you can master full stack web development. Their comprehensive proven curriculum has a community-based support with real people available to help you when you need it. They also have an AI teaching assistant that could create instant challenges, interactive quizzes, and more. Covalence is less than 83 cents per day. It's about 120 times cheaper than your average college. So whether you're looking to change your career or level up in your current profession, you'll learn to build real websites and applications by actually building them for real. Get your first month free with code Walsh by clicking the link in the description. Don't just browse the web, build it with Covalence. That's promo code Walsh with the link in the description. With everything going on in the world right now, you could really use a good night's sleep. That's why you need to check out Helix Mattress. Helix has harnessed years of extensive mattress expertise to bring their customers a truly elevated sleep experience. They just launched their new Helix Elite. The Helix Elite collection includes 6 different mattress models, each tailored for specific sleep positions and firmness preferences. I've had my Helix for years now, and I absolutely love it. Night after night, I sleep like a sweet, sweet baby, and I want the same for you. Helix has a sleep quiz that matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress, because why would you buy a mattress made for somebody else? Go to helixsleep.com/Walsh. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz to find the perfect mattress for your body and sleep type. Their flexible payment plans make it so that a great night's sleep is never far away. For a limited time, Helix is giving you 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Take advantage of this amazing offer at helixsleep.com/Walsh. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Even before I saw this update about them saying this is a shakedown, he was demanding money from us so that he wouldn't go public. Like, before I read that update, it's exactly how it seemed to me. And if that's the case, then this is a guy who was taken out of this horrible circumstance, rescued from an abusive and neglectful house and family, cared for by this other family, given a chance in life, and now he's turning around in public and throwing them under the bus for money. Which, even if he has some legitimate complaints, which he probably does, like in any human relationship that goes bad, there's almost always blame, some kind of blame on both sides. It's very rare that you've got a clear-cut villain and then a clear-cut victim, and the victim hasn't done anything wrong at all. Doesn't usually work that way in human relationships, especially when there's time and money involved. So even if he has some legitimate complaints, you can say, oh, they did this, they did that, whatever. You are still turning on these people in public, throwing them under the bus, crucifying them in public, people who have cared for you, and you're doing it for money. And that is almost never justified. Because that's what it's all about. Like, they're all millionaires. He's a millionaire. If he's not a millionaire anymore, then he's an idiot who managed to waste all that money. And I don't know if that's the case. Wouldn't surprise me. But he was been paid millions of dollars, and he's doing this for money, and even he doesn't deny that. And it's just, to me, it's just despicable. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.